just the facts, ma'am.
And then we move on to just the facts. And, I want to know, as a taxpayer, as a citizen, as someone who has never been arrested, and I don't plan to start now, is why is it okay for the FBI to arrest up to 300 people for the riot, the unforgivable riot at the Capitol, but to not arrest these violent protesters in Los Angeles, Seattle, and Portland? This is where it happened Saturday night, March 13th. And so far, I'm seeing in Portland, out of hundreds of protesters, they've only arrested and charged 13. Now, the police did something, there's a new term which I became familiar with. I did some research before I began recording tonight to talk about a approach called kettling. Kettling is, in cattle terms, is called a roundup. You go out there and you put a rope around an area and you say, if you're a legitimate member of the press or an individual from the public who did not intend to be involved in this riot, come on out, check in, get out of here. And the rest of you, we're going to search you. Well, of course, when these rioters saw that they were going to be searched, guess what they found on the ground? Crowbar, hammers, bear spray. I'm not quite sure what bear spray is, but I guess if you go camping and you're afraid a bear might come at you, it's like safety spray on steroids or something like that. But bear spray, knives, and what the department described as a slugging weapon with rocks. The police have also had full cans of beer thrown at them. There have been Molotov cocktails. They've been breaking buildings. There's a Starbucks with broken windows. The federal building was again visited in Portland, and they broke more windows and they did more damage. Hey guys, that is a federal building like the Capitol. And I want, at a minimum, anyone damaging a federal building arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I don't care how many police it takes. I don't care how many FBI agents. That is your responsibility. And I want it done, and I want it done now. And I think these protests could be shut down in 2 days if you round up, arrest these people, and you impose costs on them as they have to hire attorneys, and they have to post bond, or they have to stay in jail like they did with a lot of the folks at the Capitol. That makes sense to me as a taxpayer, a citizen, and a voter. And it's time for the FBI and the federal authorities to do their job and to shut this down. If Portland police and the Portland mayor won't allow their city to be destroyed, that sadly is up to their citizens to shut that down. But when it comes to that federal building and other federal buildings, that belongs to me, and it belongs to those of you who are listening to this webcast. And it's time for the feds to get in gear and do the right thing for the American people. This has been Saving America. It's Dr. David D. Shine, author of Decline of America, 100 Years of Leadership Failures. And we're sure seeing a lot more leadership failures at the moment. And author, attorney, and professor, and happy that you joined me for this webcast.